prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it, no kidding. Breaking down a switch in front of your building. Sitting on the steps feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in the
biggest boss and I've been a trillist. I'm a bigger problem when I click with Skrillex. Murder on my mind, it's time to pray to God. My revolver's not religious, the revolution's born. You wanna know my name, to go and tell us all. You wanna know my game.
And welcome to Coach K Run. Man, feels good to be here, man. Feels good to be here.
For sure, man.
Feels good
Appreciate
to be
you
here.
for coming.
You already know, man.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for having me, showing your hospitality.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what
We
I'm
out here in ATL, Atlanta, Georgia, to be exact, man.
For sure.
Out here where I reside, but I am from North Carolina. You know, home. That's home. HOME. Raised there, Aurora, North Carolina. So.
No place like it, man.
I'm definitely gonna make sure I exude all love and show where I come from, and not only that, but they need to see this too, man. Two brothers,
Two brothers building, for sure.
Two brothers building, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's part of the reason why I started the podcast itself, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of educate, you know what I'm saying, inform people, you know what I'm saying, give people a platform to where they can, you know what I'm saying, share what they have going on, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Express the knowledge that they have, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
What you have going on here, you know what I'm saying, with the community outreach is just tremendous, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
We need more stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, as young black men to help each other, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the group that you have here, I mean, I ran into 20 guys today, and I can't say I hadn't heard a bad thing about you. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's
all
love.
Things,
That's
so,
love.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
All glory to God, man. All glory to God on that one, man.
For sure. Well, we gonna take off, man. Welcome to Say This Shit podcast, man. 3rd episode. You know what I'm saying? We getting ready to take a little transition. You know what I'm saying? I got one of my good counterparts here with me. You know what I'm saying? A good friend, a good brother of mine, K Jizzle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? For sure, man. Welcome again. Thank you for having me,
too, bro.
man. You
It's
know what
all
I'm saying?
love. Appreciate you.
For sure, man. So tell me a little bit about yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Where you come from, how you got started, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm gonna take you all the way back, man.
Okay.
Come from a underserved community that's still a food desert community called Aurora, North Carolina. Grew up out there, you know. My mom, dad wasn't, too much. He was in and out, and whatever situation he had going on, I forgive him. But at the end of the day, mom was there, grandma, uncles, aunts, and it takes a village. Yeah, it takes a village, Yeah, it takes a village. So I have 2 older sisters, 1 younger brother, and it was always a stressful environment because we were poor.
Right, for sure.
We were poor, we were dirt poor. So my outlet was 2 things, went to church a lot and basketball. To be honest, church and basketball, praying to God every night. Basketball, was that huge outlet. It was a form of therapy.
For sure.
And getting outside, because the gyms and stuff weren't open like that. So we were at the basketball courts, playing on the dirt courts and getting outside and really just honing our skills, man, and, getting better, playing against the big dogs out there.
And I mean, that's unfortunate that, we have to look at basketball and sports as an outlet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Coming from where we come from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we got other people in other communities got a 50-yard head start. You know what I'm saying? On us. So the race that we running, we always going to be running from behind.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I will say this, man. There was a lot of love in the projects.
For sure.
A lot of love, not just love, but it showed me, I earned my stripes, I'll say that. I earned my stripes, that grit, that toughness.
Sure.
Being able to just say, man, I'm going to run through a wall. I don't care what's stacked up against me.
Right.
Whether it be career-wise, life, relationships. I'm willing to run through that wall to get to the next level of my life and to continue to evolve as a young man,
Right.
So not only that, I had to understand studying,
Right.
Homework,
Sure.
going to class, being in
Education,
school,
kids,
education, something
sure.
that I stress 24/7 to my daughter. She's here, she's listening, she back there behind the camera, she here.
Shout out.
My 12-year-old daughter, she in the 6th grade, and I got a 9-year-old as well. But at the end of the day, man, stressing the importance of gotta have this.
Knowledge, man.
Yeah, all of this is cool. You can dress it up, but at the end of the day, man, this
Knowledge
and who
is
you
power,
are
man.
here. Yeah.
For sure. Knowledge is power, man, for sure. So just give me a little bit of your journey, man. How'd you start, you know what I'm saying? Was basketball your first love? Were you a better running back, you know what I'm saying? Give me the gist of it.
Man, running back, speaking about football, man, I quit after the first day of practice.
Hey, look, that's usually how us basketball players
what's
do.
What's that drill where you got to lay down?
Oklahoma drill.
And then get up.
Oklahoma drill. Yes, sir. It made a lot of football players basketball
Bro, this
players.
is no lie, bro. We did that one drill. You know what I did after that? All right, fellas, I'm going to see y'all later. Walked around, took everything off. This ain't for me.
Done.
This is not for me. Let me stick to the hoops.
For sure.
You can't see their face in football, man. Like basketball, you see the face, the jerseys, headband, the shoes, the Jordans. So, you know, I wanted to stick to the game, you know, that I fell in love with and ended up having a passion for it and wanted to, you know, pursue it on the collegiate level. For sure. You know? So, of course, that comes with you got to have the grades, and not only that, but just getting noticed. You're from a small town. Right. So, I want a lot of scouts coming in and out. Didn't play AAU. We didn't have the funds. My mom didn't have the money to play AAU. We trying to keep the lights and water on. So, at one point, we staying with my grandma. You know what I mean? Eating out the same pot of hamburger helper. So, AAU wasn't even an option. So, I got all of my battle tests through my Uncle Travis. He used to take us around from city to city, man, playing against top-level competitions, some of the best, some pro guys, collegiate guys, and I'm a young high school kid. So he really took us around everywhere, and I started to see that, like, hold up, I'm nice. I could play this game. I'm a lot better than what I really thought I was. I'm playing against older dogs, and
that's how it started.
And going at their head.
As a young pup, man, you get out there with them OGs, man. It's like, I can hold my own against these 20, 25-years, and I'm 14.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying? So they give you a little confidence in your game, for sure.
Absolutely.
That, for sure.
So that transition to, you know, me going to college, and a lot of people don't know this. My mom probably don't even know this either. This is some first time stuff you getting right
come on,
now.
Exclusive content for you guys.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I was on the team at UNC Pembroke. Got kicked off. Was still a student at the school. Right. Then I got banned from the university for 1 year. Wow. Got banned. Had to pay back any funds that ever came to me. Had to pay back all of that money. Yeah, got banned for a whole year from that university. Wow. Shout out to UNCP, man. Shout out. It still ain't no love lost. It was me. Sure. Me, young and dumb, and you know, dangerous. I'll say that. You know, no sense of direction. I have been misguided. Yeah,
loss ain't a loss. It's a lesson, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You take the good, you out, you know what I'm saying, put it on that triple beam scale, man, and weigh it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The good always going to outweigh the bad.
Yeah, but you know, I always knew that I wanted more for myself and more for my family. I always knew that. I always knew that. That was always at the top of my priority list. Always. So
outside of that, how was your college journey, you would say?
Man, it was lovely. It was lovely, including all of that. It was lovely, because I learned a lot from that.
What advice do you have for kids coming out of high school, getting ready to start their first year in college, about to play sports?
Look into HBCUs. That's something no one came and told us about at Southside High School. No one told us about HBCUs. I ain't no graduate from Fayetteville State University. Bronco pride, HBCU love. Had I known about HBCUs, my first option would have been that route. Seeing people that look like me, understand me, my walk of life, and even the professors, the dire love that they have for you at HBCUs, and not only that, just them making sure that you stay on your career path. And this is no lie. My daughter that's back there, she was 2 years old, and they allowed me to bring to class every day. Me being a new parent, they allowed me to bring class every day. Like, nah, you're not about to drop out of school because you had a baby. Nah, bring her to class. We're gonna create a space for her. And you. Make sure you get and love. You for every class. So that showed me a lot of it gave me hope. New parent, trying to finish out school at Fayetteville State University after transferring from Central Christian College in Missouri. Like, it was a lot, man. It was a lot. I even fell into a state of depression at one point in time. Nobody don't know about it. You're just hearing this now. Yeah, because I really gave up basketball to really be a full-time parent for my daughter. Who was back there. Yeah.
So how did transitioning out of the game of basketball, like how was that for you?
That was perfect. It was perfect because I always knew I wanted to give back to not only youth and young adults that grew up like me, but I wanted to purchase real estate in their brain for new information and change the way they thought about old information. For sure. Because anybody that comes from those communities that we come from, you're being misled by a lot of people. So really just unlearning a lot of the bad habits and bad behaviors and changing the way you think about life. So I got into the education field because that was the perfect route to be able to interact with kids hands-on, youth and young adults from all age ranges. So that's what I ended up doing when I graduated, man. Jump right into teaching.
That makes sense. So teaching.
Yes, sir.
Let's briefly talk about that for me. Like, What do you teach? What grade do you teach? You know what I'm saying? What is your curriculum that you take?
Fresh out of college, man, I started out teaching first graders,
Really?
first and third graders.
Oh, that was interesting.
Teaching math and science. Yeah, very interesting, man.
When
When I say,
I can imagine. Oh man.
man, it took a lot of. It was exhausting mentally, but the reward was sweet when you get to see your students go from here to here.
Right.
Not just grades, but who they are as young beings.
Yeah.
Like
Progression.
that's the reward, because everybody who teaches don't get paid a lot.
Right.
Like
But
you
they
ain't.
make, typically, they make the most impact in a child's life from the time they're 5 to 18.
So I don't understand why the pay is here, but the impact that they make is
Exactly.
here.
It's always
Yeah.
a disconnect. Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely a disconnect.
So it's definitely a disconnect there, but at the end of the day, I wasn't in it for the money. I was in it to impact those lives of those kids in the south side of Raleigh. Shout out to Torchlight Academy. That's what I was teaching at. It was out there, man, south side of Raleigh kids, and really done my thing, man, and moved up from third grade to middle school. That's how I ended up here in Atlanta. Okay. Yeah, ended up here in Atlanta teaching at the Ron Clark Academy out here in Atlanta, and they showed me a lot of love, man. Shout out to him, in the team, and I learned a lot.
Sure.
I learned new things, how to, engage the student, how to, listen. As a teacher, you got to listen, at times as well. And actually sitting back and saying, hold up, why is he or she acting up? How come they're not comprehending the work I'm telling them? Let's go to the home and see what's going on there. Let's pull them to the side. Let me go to their game and support them, Let me actually get to know them as a person first. Yeah, I ain't going to keep teaching, and you're not getting it. Let me try to understand why you aren't getting it, why we aren't making that connection that we need to.
Kids understand that. When you take the time out to see what's going on, they understand that and see that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they may not be getting that from the place that they want to get that from.
Right.
But when they get it, they understand, like, okay, I need to focus. You know what I'm saying? This is where I got people around me that are actually paying attention and that care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's huge.
Teaching is definitely.
That's huge, man. That's
something
huge.
that I thought about, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I didn't want to get into it.
Yeah.
Because I just thought it would be too much of a hassle.
Yeah.
But, as I've gotten older, I understand, kids need the older generation to teach them things.
Yeah.
They need us around.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Because, one of the things that we got to realize is that younger generation is going to be the one that take care of us. They ain't going to always be 33 years old, kicking, running up and down the court. Bro, we're going to get older. I want to get older.
Right, exactly. That's the goal.
I want to get older.
That's the goal, for sure.
And the next generation is going to have to take care of us and so forth, and go keep going. Yeah, so
I agree.
we got to make sure we instilling great things, great values, into them, man. Got to.
For sure. So here in Atlanta, man. Here in Atlanta.
ATL, Hot Atlanta.
You know what I'm saying? Ryan Clark Academy, man. We down there teaching. You know what I'm saying? Now, basketball is still a love that you have.
Yes.
Training.
Yes.
How did you get into it?
So, it's a funny story, man. It all started. I was training one of my former students. Yeah, one of my former students. He was in the 6th grade at the time, and I won't drop a name, but he wasn't really good.
Right.
But he had a goal. I gotta make the team. That's gonna be my Christmas. I don't care about nothing else. I want to make the team.
Right.
Be around the boys. Have that social connection. It's cool.
For sure.
You go to the list and see your name. And the list meaning you go see who made that basketball roster.
You made a third cut.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
So
for sure.
I started training him, and I actually seen, hold up, he done made leaps and bounds of improvement, and he made the team. So I'm like, bro, I might actually be able to do this with other players as well. I do have a lot of, basketball knowledge and information. Why not share it? Why am I holding it in? Share it. Share it, and continue to figure out ways in sharing it. And I started training, him in middle school. Then a lot of my guys that I train now, got a lot of pro athletes that I train, some collegiate level athletes. One of them was actually here playing today, one of the top JUCO guards in the nation right now. And in addition to that,